I'd like to tell you a story about my life, and it's related to running. And it has a metaphor that I believe applies to each one of us in this building today. And the metaphor is that we all have to learn how to crawl before we can walk. And we all have to learn how to walk before we can run. One morning I was out for a run on my track, and as you see in the video, I put my radio down to have a reference point. And that morning, the back fell off my radio, the batteries fell out, and I didn't have any idea where I was. I was lost. Much like I was when I came home from Vietnam blind. I was lost until I found someone to believe in me, and it was the Mass Mutual. And more importantly, I was lost until I learned to believe in myself. That morning, I found myself crawling around the track because I had no way of finding my radio until I got down on my hands and knees, and I put one hand on the outside of the track and kept my other hand on the handle until I crawled around and found my radio and my cane laying there. And then I put the batteries back in the radio and turned the music on, and I started walking again, which reminds me of my first contract year with the Mass Mutual. How I had to learn to crawl to find a way back into society, to believe in myself. And then I had to learn how to walk with the mentor that I had, Denny Floden. And then I had to do the things that he taught me to do and to be accountable for. I had to make the phone calls. I had to not only make the phone calls, but I had to make the sales. And I had to report to him not how many appointments I had, but how many closing interviews did I have and how many sales did I make. And I remember that morning out on the track, using this metaphor, I was able to start running once again, once I got my reference point back again, just like I was able to start selling when the Mass Mutual hired me. And before that morning was over, my energy and the energy of the universe was flowing. I think you call that a runner's high. And I believe that's what I had when I experienced the end of my first contract year with Mass Mutual. When I ended up number 2 in the United States that year, I believe I was experiencing that runner's high. We came here today to share some concepts and some ideas with you that I believe has truly changed my life. I don't believe you have to have a landmine blow up in your face before you can receive this information and use it. You know, I might have lost my eyesight on April 26, 1967, when I came out of that jungle. But I never lost my vision that I could have, be, and do anything that I want to in life with the right belief system and the right attitude. You know, when you change the way you look at things, the things you're looking at will change. When you change the way you think, your behavior will change. And I'm so proud to have a son that has learned this material. And he said, "Dad, you've been doing this all your life. Now I'm able to put labels on it and teach it."